Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Fred Bean's Mazda in Abington, Pennsylvania to check out this brand new 2025 Mazda CX-30. Now this is the S Carbon Turbo. So we're higher up in the trim level. That's how you got to get the zircon sand metallic paint and the terracotta microfiber suede two-tone interior in this baby. You're gonna have to pay some extra dough, but you're still around 34 grand for this vehicle, which is still pretty reasonable in today's market. So as we go through this, you can let me know if this is the subcompact crossover SUV you would buy. So let's dig in. Front end of this CX-30 carbon turbo in the zircon sand metallic paint. Up front, a full spread of LED lighting on the front of this vehicle. Gloss black on the upper part of the grille, flat black down below with the Mazda badge right in the middle. As we come around to our wheel and tire package, we have an 18-inch gloss black aluminum alloy wheel, Mazda badge on the center cap. These wheels are wrapped in Bridgestone all-season tires, 215 on the width, a 55 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Moving on out, there is the zircon sand paint with flat black around the wheel wells and the door sills. As we move in closer, gloss black side view mirror caps with LED turn signals, color matched front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap, and then up top, color matched roof, no shark fin antenna with a standard sunroof. And then over the back, we have the same color combo with the black roof spoiler coming off the top, the wiper down below on the glass, and then a full spread of LED lighting in the back with CX-30 all-wheel drive on the left, Skyactiv G Turbo on the right, and we do have chrome dual exhaust finishers down below. Under the hood of this CX-30 carbon turbo, we have Mazda's 2.5-liter turbocharged inline four-cylinder engine, mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, 227 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 22 in the city, 30 on the highway, and 25 combined. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much for this high-end CX-30 trim? Well, here we go. Base price, $25. CX-30 S Carbon Turbo is $32,940. This vehicle's got a couple options on it. We'll check those out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,420 from Mazda's Salamanca, Mexico assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $34,925. And for those who are interested, there is no import fee attached to this vehicle. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move in closer. We're going to go black soft touch material across the top with that stitching here on the flat black insert. We do have, I'm going to call it a smoked chrome look on the door handle. Then we're going to have the soft touch material with that terracotta stitching. We have gloss black in and around the flat black switchgear. Down below, a large door pocket for a subcompact crossover. Into the footbox, nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator with the floor mats in the rear of the vehicle at this time. Seating wise, full power with lumbar for the driver, manual assist front passenger. Then we have the terracotta and microfiber suede insert. The bolstering's firm but forgiving. The headrest firm but forgiving. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver. As we move on over, we do have more soft touch with that terracotta cross stitch. Then we're going to have black microfiber suede material on the dash. I'm not always a fan of that. This one blends in real well, but let me know what you think about that. Then we're going to have two heat and air vents, and down below we have a nice large glove box. Now I'm going to turn the fan speed down on the air just in case you're hearing it. We have the 10.25-inch infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, but it is not a touchscreen, right? You're going to have to use the dial down here just like all the other CX-30s. And what do we have? Well, we have our information where you're going to get your fuel efficiency monitor, vehicle status monitor. We come on down to entertainment. That's where you can get your radio, where you're going to have your source list. And then you're going to have AM, FM, Bluetooth, You're not going to have Sirius XM. You can get back out of that. And then we have our communication where you're going to Bluetooth your phone right here. And then you're going to have your navigation. There's no built-in nav, so all the navs will come through your phone. So if you hit that, you're going to get a compass reading. And then as we come down even further, we have our settings. That's where we're going to get our in-vehicle displays, set up your speakers, safety settings, vehicle settings. Connectivity is going to get you your Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi hotspot. System settings, that's going to be like clock, language, kilometers per hour, miles per hour, that sort of thing. Then you have your vehicle settings right here, where you can set up how you want your exterior lighting to behave, interior lighting to behave, rain sensing wipers, rear occupant alert, that sort of thing is going to be in there. And then we can go to reverse, and we do have pretty good size backup camera, no trajectory though. I'd like to see them put that on. And then we're back to the beginning now as we come down further. Another heat and air vent. There's our dual climate control with our 4-way hazards and 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger, and a push button start. Down further, wireless charging pad is right there with 2 cup holders. Our Mazda key fob, here it is, right here. On the other side, lock, unlock, panic button, so plain and simple. And then we're going to have our gator in leatherette, just like the seat material is leatherette, to go through this 6-speed automatic transmission. We do have some gloss black in here, so be careful. Here's the drive mode, sport or normal. And then we're going to have our electric brake, auto vehicle hold. That's what I was using to go through the infotainment system. That's our seek for our music and volume, and favorites. As we come down further, again, the soft touch with the terracotta stitching. It'll move back so you can adjust based on your arm, and then it'll lift up. We have a couple of USB-Cs in there and a larger area for storage. Mazda steering wheel, we have the leatherette steering wheel with the cross stitch, Mazda badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room to get in and out of the CX-30. For a small subcompact crossover, it's a nice open and airy passenger cabin, no sweat at 5'11". Flat black on the switchgear where you're going to have your telephone voice commands, volume, controls for the digital portion of your dash, and then on the right side, you're going to have your adaptive cruise. No paddles on the left stalk. You're going to have your headlights, turn signals, high beams. On the right side, you're going to have your front and rear wiper. Right here on the bezel for the dash, we have bright and dim the dash on the right side, and on the left side, you have your trip reset. Down over here on the left, you're going to have your safety suite on or off, multi-terrain select, 2 memory seat settings for the driver's seat right here. The controls are on the dash rather than the door. And then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have the analog digital combo. So analog gauges left and right. The center speedometer is your digital instrument cluster, where you can go through additional information that you may want to see depending on what's going on. And then you have your sport mode on or sport mode off. Overhead console, it is a big one. We do have a spot for your sunglasses right there. We do have LED lighting. If you want that to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button remains off. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. Then we have controls for this sunroof. So we can open the shade with our hand, and then one touch back, glass goes back, wind buffeter comes up, and then one touch closed. And then if you want it to tilt, you just push that button towards the roof. It'll tilt up or tilt down. Then you can close the shade with your hand. Rear view mirror, we have a framed rear view mirror with manual dimming function. And then our sun visor with vanity and an LED light. And does it slide? No, but you have an extension. Getting into the back seat of the CX-30, but first the rear door panel. We got the same vibe going on, except we don't have the soft touch up top. We do have hard black plastic on the top of the rear doors. I have the seat set for my driving position. So to get on in at 5'11", right leg in, duck, twist, and bring your left leg in. It is a sloping roof. Anything over 5'9", you're going to have to duck. Once I'm in, though, I have enough room for my head, shoulders, and barely enough for my knees. All the way down, we have this terracotta leatherette. No seat pocket behind the driver. We do have one behind the front passenger. And then in the back here, we do have a couple of heat and air vents. Back seat, same terracotta leatherette with the microfiber suede insert. And then we have our armrest, semi-soft, 2 cup holders. But overall, it isn't bad here. The rear seats sit higher up than the front. But again, it is a small crossover with more room up front for the front passengers and a little bit less room here in the back. Getting into the cargo area of this carbon turbo CX-30, it's a manual tailgate. So you come to the back and right above the license plate, there's a button. You hit it and lift up. Fairly light, 20.2 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of CX-30 with the rear seats up. We have our all-season mats, carpeted floor mats. Those are extra accessories, which we'll see listed on the window sticker as options. Underneath the floor, though, we have tools jack and a spare. So thank you, Mazda, for the spare. Have some LED lighting in the back as well. Now, to get the rear seats down, pretty simple. You reach forward, push the button down, throw them forward. Reach forward, push the button down, throw them forward. And now, with the rear seats down, we're looking at 45.2 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of CX-30. Sounds smaller than some other brands because Mazda only measures cargo room and passenger room to the eye line rather than to the roof of the vehicle. Window sticker time. Here we go. 25 Mazda CX-30S Carbon. Standard equipment left and right. The options and the total vehicle MSRP. Fuel economy estimates. Government safety rating. Made by Mazda in Mexico. Engine transmission made in Japan. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, so before we get started on the drive, I'm starting to do this with all the Mazdas now. I have my CarPlay hooked up. It is wireless. Here's my phone. Separate, no cord. So we got wireless CarPlay, so we're good there. But some Mazdas, when you have CarPlay or Android Auto up on the screen, it allows you to use the screen as a touch screen and you don't have to use the dial. So let's see if that's true in this CX-30 Carbon Turbo. Here we go. And it is. So CX-30 Carbon Turbo, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, as well as a touchscreen when you have your CarPlay or Android Auto up on the screen. So there you have the demonstration. And now I'm going to leave that connected until the end of the drive. So let's get out on the road. All right, we are out on the road in this CX-30 Carbon Turbo, and right off the bat I got great visibility out of all the glass. It's nice big glass even for a small crossover. Not many blind spots, maybe a little one over my left shoulder. May have to crank around a little bit more to see out, but otherwise it's pretty big glass in here. Nice large side view mirrors, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, active emergency braking, rear automatic braking, exterior LED lighting up front and out back for safety. So all the safety features are standard. You don't have to move up to this trim to get them. They all come standard with Mazda. I love that about Mazda. You don't have to buy option packages for safety features. So that's a good move. Now, this turbo engine is fantastic in this car because we've seen this before. In the CX-30, in the highest level trim, the top trim action. And it is just a pleasurable engine because it gives you plenty of power. This is a small compact crossover, and you're at 227 and 310 on 87 octane gasoline. You know, it's a no-brainer for me. Now, the regular engine comes in the lower trims, right? The non-turbo engine. But look at this turn-in. It is just sharp. It is tight. It is right. The chassis well planted to the ground. Suspension well damped. Chassis well tuned. Brakes feel really good. and around the bend you go. So really good driving dynamics as well in this car. But that's true with the other one, right? The base engine is the naturally aspirated 2.5, 187 on the horses, 185 on the torque. So this one's got a lot more. But the other one's still a lot of fun to drive, and plus you're saving a lot of money. Now 34.9, let's call it 35. In the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot of money when the average new car price in the United States is about 48 grand. But for a CX-30, it's a good shout, right? It's pretty expensive for a CX-30. But the turning radius in this vehicle is, go down a little bit further, 17.4 feet, really sharp as well. And with this turbo engine, you're never wanting for power in this car. It is really well done. Well done. Well done. Look at these brakes stopping on a dime. All right, tight 17.4 foot turning radius. This side street is really tight, but there you go with a nice backup camera. Looks good. Now around we go. And we're in regular mode, not even in sport yet. We're going to sit to sport now. And we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling on our way back. Now I'm going to put the gear shift to the left, and now I'm in manual mode, and I can use the gear shift like a 6-speed. Towards the front of the car is downshift, towards you is upshift. So here we go. And we just blast down the road. Downshift. Nice and sharp as well. A real driver's SUV. And the sport mode, it just picks up and goes. So we'll go back to regular drive, but we'll leave it in sport. So well executed, turbo engine, plenty of power, fun to drive, holds a good amount of stuff. Right? You can hoon this on the weekend if you want, or you can just use it as a regular daily commuter, get decent gas mileage. You got all-wheel drive for adverse conditions. I mean, it really is a compelling package at 35 grand compared to what else we've seen out on the road. So you let me know if you're in the market. If you're in the market for a subcompact crossover SUV, this is bringing a lot of action at 35 grand. You put it in the comments. You go CX-30, too small, you let me know. Would you go somewhere else? A very competitive segment. Put it in the comments. But I do want to thank Fred Beans Mazda here in Abington, Pennsylvania, for allowing the channel access to this 2025 Mazda CX-30 S Carbon Turbo and Zircon Sand Metallic for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.